Hey everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today is probably going to be a fairly short one, as today we are checking in on our adventure Squadrons. I've gone ahead and off screen, gotten up to 8 recruits. I've also used the training board and the regular missions, the training missions, to get everyone up to at least level 23. And the reason for that will become apparent in just a minute. Once one of your recruits, just one, reaches level 20, the Serpent Squadron Sergeant will have a notification for us. Our squadron has been improving by leaps and bounds, but I think it's time for the recruits to try their hands at a more challenging deployment. It's the only way they'll learn to push past their limits. One or more squadron members have reached level 20, unlocking a special promotion mission. Successfully completing this mission will increase your squadron's rank. Due to the high difficulty of the promotion mission, however, it is advised that you first improve your squadron members' individual attributes as much as possible before attempting a deployment. Alright, squadron missions. We have a flagged mission. Flag missions are unique. 1. They will increase your squadron's rank, which will increase various properties that your squadrons have. We'll get into that once we've cleared the flagged mission. So flag missions are special. Not only do they give us rank ups, but they are much harder to clear. With regular missions, the more of the attributes that are meeting the requirements, the more likely you are to succeed, with a guaranteed success when all 3 attributes meet requirements. Moderate chances of success with 2 meeting requirements, not likely with 1, and then if none are meeting, you're not going to pass. With flag missions, all 3 have to be meeting the requirements. So this is quite a bit tougher. Now, with each level that your squad members gain, I believe, let me actually double check the math real quick. But I believe with each level that your squad members has, they'll gain like 3 or 4 points in some of their stats. I'm not sure of the exact numbers of that each level gives, but it's consistently like 3 or 4 points in their stats per level they gain. If we look at the required attributes for this mission, 225, 205, and 230. That's pretty steep. I went ahead and did the math off screen, and it seems like if we want to be able to clear this mission, it is recommended that all of our party members be at least level 23 in order to have just high enough raw numbers. And then we need to pick out which 4 party members will give the right combinations of numbers in order to clear it. So let's see, we need 230, 225, and 205, so roughly equal, and we've got a slightly higher starting point for tactical. So let's focus on strength first. Our best strength will be Hestaloya. Next up, let's focus on the heart. That's probably going to best be Cecily. Now, let's see. We are still about 60 away on the strength, 25 on the heart, and 61 on... no, 91 on the tactical. If I'm remembering which one is which correctly. Yeah, physical, mental, tactical. Okay. Come on, let me get back over to there. Oh my god. I love menus on controller sometimes. So let's see. We're gonna need the tactical next. We can almost completely cover that with Nanasomi. Perfect. That is actually fully covered then. Let's see, who's the last one we want to pick? We need at least 6 on mental, that's easy. So, yeah, everyone hits that. And at least 30-something, 31 on strength. Most people are going to meet that. Let's go with someone who's relatively lower level to give them extra experience. You'll look good. Alright, we've got our party, which happens to be a standard light party, nice. Let's send them out for 2,000 Grand Company seals, and I'll be back in 18 hours to check on how they did. But they should be succeeding this mission. Alright, we are back. And the squad should have completed their mission. The squadron has returned from their deployment. Pray look over the report, Commander. Alright, it was a success. We got Contemporary Warfare Defense, Grand Company issue literature on defensive battle techniques. We got a ton of levels for our party members, that is incredible. Congratulations, Commander! Thanks to your canny leadership, our squadron has proved itself yet again. The higher-ups will be throwing some meteor assignments our way now, just you wait and see. Alright, our squadron has attained rank 2. As well as trainee missions, you will now have access to the higher difficulty routine missions. You have also received a copy of Contemporary Warfare Defense as a reward for completing the promotion mission. This special item allows you to change a squadron member's class. Check the regiment board and select the option to view squadron roster. Next, choose a squadron member and use a change class subcommand to switch the desired class. So yeah, I can take someone and make them into a tank now if I wish. I'm likely not going to do that, but now that we have achieved rank 2, we have access to new missions. We've received a missive from the Adder's Nest, if you'll permit me. For ongoing excellence in the Adventure Squadron Initiative, Lieutenant Lancey's squadron is hereby granted authorization to undertake command missions, effective immediately. Well, an expansion of our sphere of activity. This is proof positive of the company's faith in us, Commander. Conversely, it also means that the expectations run higher. Let us set about our task with renewed vigor and continue on our exemplary course. Alright, we have access to command missions. These are likely going to get removed sometime in the near future or otherwise completely reworked. So you know the duty support we've been running the main scenario dungeons with the NPCs? How we've been doing the main scenario dungeons with NPCs. So this was the original version of that, where you couldn't go through it as part of the main story, but you could, with your squadrons, go back and redo old dungeons with a squad of NPCs who are considerably worse in their AI than the duty support squads. Command missions are not good. We'll likely show off how those work at some point, assuming they don't announce at FanFest in January. I'm recording this near the end of December, so in a couple weeks for me. FanFest will have happened by the time this episode comes out. But yeah, assuming they don't announce that they're going to be getting rid of command missions or otherwise reworking Adventure Squadrons, we'll check those out in a later Squadrons check-in. But these duties put you at the head of a 4-man unit, yourself and 3 soldiers, for a foray into an instance dungeon. Command missions may be undertaken by speaking with the squadron sergeant. Successful completion may yield unique rewards. Alright, I'm not going to worry about command missions for now. For now, we're going to check out a bunch of new... our training missions are now over here on this second tab. While over here we have routine missions, which go from level 20 up to level 35, it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and start working through those off screen, of course. And once we have, I believe the next time we'll get an update to our squadrons is when one of our party members hits level 40. Alright, real quick, before we finish off for the day, short check-in, but before we finish off for the day, I was talking earlier about how you gain a certain number of points in your stats per level. So I'm going to do some real quick math just to verify. Okay, so Cicely, level 27, has 148 points across her physical, mental, and tactical. Nanasomi has 29 plus 20 plus 99, 148. Yeah, 148. So yeah, at level 27, our party members have 148 points total. You are at level 29, and you have 152. Okay, so that means it's about 2 extra points of base stats per level. And you start at level, well, if you are at level 0, they would have 94 points, but they can't be level 0. Okay, so that'll give us a good reference for how much we need to level up our team in order to get them ready for various missions. Because basically the way you can calculate that is, before you want to look and see if you have a squad that has sufficient stats in the right categories, you need to make sure they have like actually enough points to even look into team composition. So for example, frontline support has 140, 265, and 420, 825 points total needed. You can figure out the categories after you make sure you have squad members who have enough points for that. 825, we have base stats of 200? I want to say 200. That just come from our squad being trained up. Yeah, 200, though now that we've ranked up, we can raise that to 280. But point is, with 200 base stats for our squad, we need 625 points from our 40 party members, or about 156 points per person. And then we can take a look at whether or not that corresponds with a level that our party members are at. 156 is another 8 points, so two levels over level 27. So if all of our 4 levels over level 27. So if all of our party members were level 31, we'd have enough base stats in order to start looking at like breaking down the categories. But that's just me being weird math brain, hyper analytical. It's just a good rough heuristic for if your party is strong enough for it to be worth like looking at. Do they have the right categories of stats to go in? Anyways, I'm rambling. That's not important. Next time on Final Fantasy XIV, now that this Squadron check-in is done, I believe it's time we go work on some more Blue Mage. I'll see everyone next time for that.